To thank everyone for showing up on this cold night.
I think we should applaud.
Yes. Our first show tonight is going to be the First Nighter program, and this show was first broadcast on NBC on December 4th, 1930. In Depression America, Broadway was far too expensive for the average pocketbook. The First Nighter took us there in a clever audio sleight of hand. Had the listeners only known that those great plays from the Little Theater off Times Square actually came from NBC's Merchandise Mart studios in Chicago. As for the stories, First Nighter fare tended to be light romantic comedy. Occasionally, such heavier material as Arch Oboler's The Chinese Gong was used, but most First Nighter shows bordered on situation comedy. The show ran till 1949. Then it was revived in 1952 for one season on NBC. So now let's listen to a show from March 29th, 1944, Arch Oboler's The Chinese Gong. The First Nighter program, a copyrighted feature coast to coast presented by Campana, the makers of Solitaire, the new cake makeup, and Campana Balm, the famous hand lotion.
Theater time. Broadway's buzzing with excitement and eagerly awaiting opening night. Performance tonight at the Little Theater off Times Square. And there'll be a crowd of onlookers and autograph seekers on hand at the entrance to greet the celebrities who always attend the premiere on the Great White Way. So let's not miss a minute of the excitement. It's just a short walk around the corner. Will you join me? There are lots of uniforms in the crowd tonight at Broadway and 42nd Street. Shall we cross the street here? And here now is the Little Theater off Times Square.
Have your tickets ready, please. Have your tickets ready, please.
Good evening, Mr. First Nighter. The usher will see you to your box.
Thank you. We'll go right in. Well, here we are, and every seat is taken. I'm sure there are notices that tonight's play is a thriller, packing plenty of excitement in every sense, with a bit of surprise coming up at the very end. The title is The Chinese Gong, and was written by Arch Oboler. The play is pure fiction, of course, and does not refer to real people or actual events. And now, before our first curtain, let's listen to our First Nighter Orchestra.
Curtain, first curtain.
That's the signal for first curtain. The house lights are out, and here's the play.
Well, well, when do we eat?
John,
Well, this is a dinner party, isn't it?
John, will you behave yourself? We're waiting for Mr. Wilton. He was unavoidably delayed.
Well, I wish he'd hurry up. I'm hungry. What a room. Looks like a Chinese junk shop.
John, how can you say such a thing? The Wiltons have one of the finest collections of Chinese art in this part of the country. I think this room is simply fascinating.
Fascinating, huh? I think this is nothing but junk. What? Look at this thing. What is it good for?
Now, John, that's a genuine Chinese gong. Chances are it's twice as old as you and I put together.
Looks like a tin soup plate to me. Wonder what it sounds like.
John, don't you dare strike that gong.
Well, why not? We can't hurt it.
Now you've done it.
By George, that was a nice tone. Just listen to it.
John!
Oh my God, no! Don't do that!
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mrs. Wilton. I thought you were out of the room.
Sorry, my dear. I told him not to strike it.
Well, will someone please tell me what harm there is in striking a gong?
None whatsoever, Mr. Clark. But you see, this doesn't happen to be an ordinary gong.
What do you mean?
This gong is... Oh, here comes Bob.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm so late.
Good evening, Mr. Wilton.
Hello, Evelyn.
I'm so glad you came, Bob. Mr. Clark was just asking about the gong.
Well, that reminds me. Did someone strike that gong before I came in?
Yes, dear. Mr. Clark struck it twice. I stopped him before he hit it a third time.
Oh, good.
Say, what's this all about? Is there something wrong with me or with the gong?
Oh, everything's all right, Mr. Clark. Just a little family superstition, that's all. You see, this gong is, oh, well, let's forget all about it.
Forget it nothing, young man. I want to know what this is all about.
Yes, please tell us. It sounds simply fascinating.
Look here, Jean, you tell the story. I don't tell it very well.
All right, Bob. Shall we sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Well, the story of the gong begins in Shanghai. Bob and I went there on our honeymoon. It was almost 10 years ago. We were very young and very much in love, and our stay in China would have been simply perfect if it hadn't been for a certain man who decided that he was in love with me. We met him on the boat. His name was Count Renikoff.
A count? Oh, that is fascinating.
Don't interrupt.
Well, the Count's attentions to me became more and more insistent till, finally, Bob decided to take matters into his own hands. One night, without my knowing about it, Bob went to see Renikoff to demand that he stop annoying me. The Count was staying at the same hotel that we were.
Yes, please.
Is Count Renikoff in?
What name, please?
Who is it, Wong? Well, if it is not the bridegroom himself. Come in, Wilton, come in. This is an unexpected pleasure. Here, take this chair by the window.
Thank you.
Wong, now where did he go? Wong!
Yes, please. Yes, Count?
There you are, huh?
Ah!
That will teach you to come the first time I call you. Now then, no call us, Wong. I do not want to be disturbed while I'm visiting with Mr. Wilton. Understand?
Yes, please.
You may go. Go on, get out! Well now, Wilton, and to what do I owe the pleasure of this little visit?
I'll be as brief and to the point as I can, Renikoff. I came here to ask you to stay away from us.
You want me to stay away?
Yes. Well, on the boat, we couldn't help ourselves. We had to endure you. And on the way to Shanghai, we want you to leave us alone. Do you understand?
Oh, I understand better than you think, my young friend. Oh, no. So you're jealous, huh?
Now, my own feelings have nothing to do with this. I'm here because of my wife. You're annoying her, Renikoff. I want you to stay away from her.
Yeah. So I am annoying the little American woman, am I? It is most amusing.
It won't be so amusing if you persist in playing the Don Juan. Great Scott, man, can't you see when you're not wanted? My wife doesn't want you hand-kissing or cheap compliments. Shanghai is full of women who would appreciate your expert continental lovemaking. Why not do it to them?
You are insulting, sir.
And you're annoying. I've been as patient with you as I could possibly be. I'd have thought an old man like you would have more sense.
That is enough. You will go. Tomorrow I shall speak to the little one myself. I will tell
You
her...
annoy my wife again, and I'll hit you so hard I'll jar your ancestors.
You? You threaten me?
Yes, Renikoff, I threaten you. What are you going to do about it?
I will report this to the authorities.
Now report and be hanged. I'm warning you for the last time. Stay away from me and stay away from my wife.
Is that you, Bob?
Yeah.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for you for hours.
Oh, sorry, dear. Had some business to attend to.
Bob, you didn't go to him.
Well,
Oh, Bob, you didn't.
Well, yes, I did. I've stood all I can from that hand-kissing four-flusher.
What did you do?
I told him to leave us alone from now on.
Oh, Bob, you didn't.
Well, certainly I did. Oh, gosh, Jeannie, now you're not going to be angry at me, are you?
Angry at you? Oh, Bob, I've never been more pleased in all my life.
Oh, well.
The big ape, he might have been God's gift to him on the Volga, but he certainly is the pest of Shanghai to me.
Well, I guess I settled that. I'm sure he won't spoil our honeymoon anymore.
Spoil our honeymoon? Oh, Bobby, how could anyone spoil that? I loved you so.
And I love you.
Oh, Bob, I'm so happy. This is the most glorious honeymoon a woman ever had.
It has been great, hasn't it?
If it would only stay like this, forever.
You mean here, in China?
No, you silly. I mean so terribly, terribly in love.
We will stay in love, Jeannie. I'm going to see to that.
Yes, Bob. You see to that no matter what happens.
Jean, the trouble with you is you've been cooped up in this hotel room too long. Come on now. Get dressed and we'll go places.
Oh, no, Bob. I'd rather stay in.
Stay in nothing. Do you realize we've been in Shanghai almost a week and you haven't even bought a souvenir?
Haven't I?
Well, you know doggone well you haven't. Gosh, Jean, that isn't normal behavior for a woman. Come on now, get dressed and we'll go shopping. I'll buy you anything, anything at all. From a Chinese pagoda to a chop suey factory.
The curtain comes down on Act 1 in the little theater off Times Square.
Smoking in the outer lobby or downstairs, please.
From Hollywood to New York and right across the country, girls and women everywhere are saying,
Goodbye, winter. Hello, springtime. I'm changing my complexion. Yes, I'm facing the world with a fresh, solitaire complexion because I love its soothing smoothness, its springtime color tone. And when it comes to hiding freckles and small skin blemishes, solitaire is just too clever for words. I know, too, when I use solitaire, my makeup will look fresh and faultless for hours and hours without redoing. So won't you join me in a beauty salute to springtime? Greet Easter with one of the most important changes you can make in your appearance, a thrilling, exciting change in your complexion. Once you try solitaire, Campana's new cake makeup, you'll want to start every day with the long, lingering loveliness of a solitaire complexion. For nighttime bath, solitaire will give you a bewitching charm that you never dreamed possible.
and is solitaire kind to your skin?
Adorably kind, because solitaire has a rich lanolin base that helps prevent skin dryness.
All right, ladies, isn't that a challenge to match the new season's loveliness with a new loveliness of your own? Ask for solitaire cake makeup in any one of 6 flattering shades. And remember, solitaire gives you a big compact, 3 inches in diameter for only 60 cents. There's also a handy 25-cent trial size. Insist on solitaire cake makeup containing lanolin, a product of Campana.
Curtain, second curtain.
And now, we have the second act of the Chinese Gong.
But, Bob, we simply have to buy something. We've gone over practically everything in the old man's shop.
Yeah, but his prices, Jeannie. I bet he doubled them as soon as he saw us coming.
Shh! Here he comes.
Everything in our place, price to sell, hand carved, good jade, no glass.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Very cheap, $50.
$50? Now look here, Mr. Soon Tai. We'd like to do business with you. But get this straight. We're not millionaires. Not by a long shot.
Too much money?
Well, that's a general idea, yes.
All right, $25.
No, really, Bob, I don't want this jade at any price. Listen, Mr. Tai, what we would like is something we can take home with us and use around the house. A vase or a lamp, something of that sort.
Oh, yes, I know. Look, see, very fine vase, very old.
No, wait. This gong, how much is it?
No gong.
Yes, Gong. If Mrs. Wilton wants that gong, she gets it. How much?
Oh, wait, Bob, I want to hear the tone first. That's beautiful.
Well, that's all right. Hit it again.
Oh, I want this gong, Bob.
Shh. Not too enthusiastic. He'll want $1 million for it. Come on, now it's my turn. Let me hit it.
No more.
What? You mean you don't want me to hit it again?
No hit. One time, all right. 2 time, all right. 3 time, no good.
You mean it's bad luck to hit the gong 3 times?
Yes, Missy, bad luck, very bad luck. Yeah, terrible thing happened.
All right, what's the bad news? How much?
You want to buy?
Sure want to buy. How much?
$15.
Sold! Gene, the gong's yours.
I'm not too sure I want it now.
Why? Because of what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, forget it. It's just one of those silly superstitions. Come on, Mr. Tai, wrap it up. We're taking it with us.
All right, mister, but don't forget, don't never hit the gong 3 times. One day. Bad luck, mister, very bad luck.
You big baby, will you please get away from that gong?
Well, that thing intrigues me. Let me just swat it again and see what will happen.
Oh, Bob, you don't really think anything would happen, do you?
Well, don't forget what the old man said. Don't do it 3 times one day. Very bad luck. Terrible thing happen, mister. Terrible thing.
Ha! Bob, wouldn't you be embarrassed if you hit it and the hotel caved in?
Yeah, and me in my pink pajamas.
That would be terrible, all right. Well, go on. Hit it.
You mean hit the gong?
Certainly. Maybe we'll start a nice, exciting earthquake, or don't they have earthquakes in Shanghai? Well, what are you waiting for?
Well, I was just thinking that...
Bobby, don't tell me you've lost your nerve.
Oh, gosh, Gene, it isn't a matter of nerve, but... Well, I was just thinking, after all, this is the Orient, and funny things do happen.
Oh, you big baby. Give me that mallet.
Well,
So hold on to your hat, because I'm going to give this gong the single third stroke if it's the last thing I do. Here goes.
You did it!
Certainly I did. Well, when does the excitement start? When? Bob.
I'll go see who it is. Yes? What?
Mr. Robert Wilton,
Yes?
I am from Shanghai Police Department. You will come with me, please.
But
I-
why?
I have here a warrant for your arrest. You are charged with the murder of Count Nicholas Ranmakov.
Oh, isn't there something I can do?
I'm afraid not, Mrs. Wilton. All we can do is wait.
Oh, and Bob in that filthy cell. I can't bear it any longer.
Please try to control yourself, Mrs. Wilton.
I'm sorry.
You make it very, very difficult.
I'm sorry.
As your lawyer, I assure you I have done everything possible. But, well, to speak bluntly, the law must take its course.
But Bob didn't kill Renikoff. I know he didn't.
Of course he didn't, Mrs. Wilton. But I assure you there is nothing further I can do. We can only wait.
Wait! Wait! I'm going crazy waiting. Day after day in the hotel room. How come I can't see him anymore? Why won't they believe Bob? He wouldn't kill that man. Everybody knows he wouldn't.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Wilton, the evidence in the case indicates otherwise. Well, now please understand me. I'm not saying that I believe the evidence, but there it is. And it's quite damning to say the least. Your husband was overheard quarreling with Renikoff. He threatened the man with bodily harm unless he ceases his, might I say, unwelcome attention to you.
But that doesn't prove anything.
No, perhaps not. But a few hours later, Count Renikoff was found murdered, a knife in his back. And on that knife were the fingerprints of your husband.
Oh.
I assure you, I am telling you the facts, Mrs. Wilton. Your husband's fingerprints were right there on the handle of the dagger. I saw them there myself.
But that's impossible.
Quite. And yet, it's the very evidence that will put a noose around his neck.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. But in best of faith, now I know. Bob will hang unless we do something. I know he will.
Those fingerprints on the dagger. I tell you, it's almost as if some power of evil had put them there. As if some supernatural...
Oh, no.
Why, Miss Wilton, what's the matter?
I just remembered.
What? Speak up, child.
But it was nothing at all.
I must say you gave me a bad turn for a moment there. Your face went so white, I wondered what was wrong. I say, you've had a pretty rough time of it. Haven't you, dear? Look here, my child. Why don't you appeal to the American consul again? Perhaps he can do...
I just came from the consulate.
Well?
He says there's nothing he can do.
Yes, I expected that. Count Renikoff was a very influential figure in Chinese nationalistic circles. Munitions, you know. If American authorities try to interfere, well, all sorts of international complications might arise.
International complications? What do they mean to me? It's just Bob I want.
You have 3 minutes in there, please.
Bob.
Oh, Gene.
Oh, Bob, what have they done to you? You look so white.
Oh, no, I'm all right. Really, I am. Oh, my darling, let me hold you close.
Oh, Bob, what's happened to us? We were so happy.
It's that gong, Jeannie, that confounded Chinese gong.
Oh, no, Bob, that can't be it. It just happened, that's all.
I'm half crazy with worry. Tomorrow they're going to try me for murder, Gene. Me, Bob Wilton. Murderer.
Oh, Bob, please.
I'm sorry, dear. 3 weeks in this filthy hole, and I'm just not myself, I guess. Oh, my darling, what a horrible honeymoon I've given you.
Oh, Bob, please don't say that. Those days we had together, let's not forget them. Glorious days. And then we'll have them all over again. I know we will.
Yes, Jean, we will. I'm going to be brave as you are. It's the one thing that's kept me sane all these horrible weeks, knowing that you were outside waiting for me.
Yes, Bob, I'm waiting for you. I'll always wait, darling.
And so the curtain comes down on the second act at the little theater just off Times Square.
Smoking downstairs or in the outer lobby, please.
Everywhere you go, women are doing extra work, subjecting their hands to extra punishment. Yet have you noticed how some women keep those busy hands well groomed, soft and youthful looking?
You can do it too by choosing Original Campana Balm when work and weather threaten to make your hands look coarse and unlovely. Beginning tomorrow, use Original Campana Balm before you start work. It's protection against dirt and grime, and be sure to use it every time after your hands have been in water, also to help bring back the adorable smoothness that your skin loses when you scrub frequently with soap and water. Original Campana Balm acts so quickly and with such positive results that you too will soon be calling it the before and after lotion. Remember that smooth, protected, unchapped hands add to your efficiency, bolster your morale, and please the man who holds them.
Lack of certain basic ingredients for a while caused a shortage of Original Campana Balm. We're happy to say that these ingredients are again available, and your dealer can now obtain supplies of Original Campana Balm. If he does not have it, ask him to order it from his wholesaler.
If you prefer a lighter skin lotion, ask for the new Campana Cream Balm, the creamy lotion with lanolin.
Be sure you get either the Original Campana Balm in the green and white carton or the new Campana Cream Balm in the yellow and white carton.
Curtain, last curtain.
First nighters are in their seats, ready for the last act. And there goes the curtain.
Excuse, please.
Yes, what is it?
The Honorable Sun Tai want to see you, please.
No, I don't want to see anyone today.
He say must. Please, Missy.
Show him in, whoever he is.
Thank you, please. You come in, please.
Yeah.
What is it? What can I do for you, Mr. Sun Tai?
You remember me, please, Sun Tai?
No, I'm afraid Oh, yes, I do. You're the old man in the antique shop.
That right. I sell you Gong.
Yes, you. You did sell us the gong, didn't you?
Yeah, I sell. Good.
What is it you want? I don't want to buy anything.
Sun Tai no come sell.
Then what do you want?
Mr. Wilton, he very much trouble, no?
Yes.
Trial tomorrow looking very bad, no?
Yes, very bad.
Mr. Wilton no killed that man.
No, of course he didn't. Please go away. I'm very, very tired. Please, some other time.
No, wait. Please, I help.
You can't help us. No one can help us. No one.
Oh, please, Missy, no cry. I help. Mr. Wilton, good man. Renikoff evil. I know.
Please go now.
No, Missy, please listen. Sun Tai very old man. He know many thing. He know Mr. Wilton no kill man.
But what good would that do? They're trying my husband for murder tomorrow, and neither you nor I nor anyone else can stop them.
Oh, yes, please. Sun Tai stop.
What do you mean?
Sun Tai know who kill evil one.
You know who killed Renikoff?
Yeah, I know.
Who? Tell me, who?
My son.
Your son killed Renikoff?
Yeah, my third born one, Wong. The Renikoff servant, the Renikoff evil man. He beating Wong many times. Wong kill him.
But my husband's fingerprints were on the knife.
I know. Wong tell me. Mr. Wilton come talk Renikoff. Mr. Wilton very angry. He pick up knife on table, no glove. Put knife down, go away. Wong wear kitchen glove, no show on knife.
I see. Bob handled the knife when he was talking to Renikoff. But in his anger, he didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And when Bob went away, when Renikoff hit your son stabbed him. And since your son was wearing gloves, only Bob's fingerprints appeared on the knife.
That right.
Oh, but what's the use? The police will never believe that.
Oh, yes. Police believe. See, Wong light everything down on paper. See?
You mean that's a confession?
Yes, please. Wong light everything. Chinese. Police is sorry.
But But I don't understand. Your own son. They'll hang him.
Nah, no hang Wong. Wong, good boy. China's so big, Wong go far away.
But why? Why are you helping me, a stranger?
My family very old, very honorable. No can see good man die. So I come, see you.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, no, Missy. Please don't cry. Everything fixed. Everything all right. Goodbye, please.
Well, Gene, we're on our way.
Yes, Bob, on our way home.
It's a grand world, isn't it?
Oh, Bob, dear, put your arm around me. I always want to remember my last glimpse of China like this. You beside me, your arm tight around me.
China. I suppose I should hate the place after what happened to us there, and yet, somehow I don't.
Of course you don't. We'll always remember China, not for those terrible weeks, but because of what we've been through. It's brought us so very close together, as if we've been married for many years instead of just a few weeks.
Yes, it's an eternity. We are close together.
Oh, yes, Bob. We're going to stay that way forever.
Oh, dear, I forgot to ask you. That gong, what did you do with it?
It's down below in one of the trunks.
You mean to say you didn't throw it away?
Of course not. Why should I throw it away?
Well, look at the bad luck it brought us. Don't tell me you've forgotten that already.
The gong didn't bring us any bad luck, Bob. It was a stroke of good luck our buying it.
Well, how do you figure that?
Well, if we hadn't gone to Sun Tai for the gong, he'd never have known who we were. He'd never have come to me with his son's confession.
Well, that's one way to look at it. But believe me, I'll never strike that gong 3 times again. You can bet on that.
So there's the story of the gong, folks. From that day to this, neither Bob nor I have struck it 3 times. Oh, we're not superstitious.
No, but we know when to leave well enough alone.
By George, that was an interesting story.
Oh, wasn't it, though? John, just think what might have happened if you'd hit it a 3rd time.
Yeah, I'll have to admit, Mrs. Wilton, I'm glad you stopped me before I struck this thing. It certainly was a close call. If I had my hand raised like this,
John, you didn't.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, heavens. That was the 3rd time. What will happen now?
Well, I don't know, but...
Bob, it happened. Just like that night in Shanghai.
I'm going to faint.
Come in. Well, what is it?
Yes, for heaven's sake, speak up. What is it? What happened? Jenkins?
Beg pardon, madam, but dinner is served.
This concludes our performance in the Little Theater off Times Square. Are you saving your newspapers, magazines, paper bags, and boxes? Paper is a vital war material, and there is a serious shortage. Save your waste paper or give it to a local charity. And now, we move out of the theater and onto the street. What do you say we stroll down Broadway? Good night.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's program, and now for our cast. The part of Bob Wilton was played by Jay Summerfield. Jean Wilton was Susan Gajinski. Roger Morris appeared as John Clark and the policeman. Evelyn Clark was Ellie Babka. And Mr. First Nighter and the lawyer were played by Andre Dixon. Appearing as Count Renikoff, Sun Tai, and the usher in the theater, Herb Thompson. As the woman in the commercial and the Chinese girl, Donna Amesmeyer. And appearing as the doorman at the theater, the servant boy Wong, Jenkins the butler, and in charge of sound effects, Marty McNulty. The man's a genius. And I'm your announcer, Dave Sanchi.